are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Washington Football Team and the Los Angeles Rams. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Washington first down.
Takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
He's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Trey Flowers just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Throw here, hold in. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The LA defense up to snuffing. Coverage there pushes this to fourth down.
Incomplete. It's fourth down.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Second down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
3-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they'll let this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, Jackson. Got his connection, complete to Ruggs. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you.
It's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Henry Ruggs there to make the grab. And the Rams have taken the lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Now here's Johnson. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On third down, a run from Breida. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds all the way up near midfield. It's a big play there for Washington on third down. 48 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Godwin, 39 yards. And Washington has retaken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen, and now there's no gain.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Dangerous. And throw it into coverage almost was picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And Jackson throwing once more. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Again, Jackson. Into a double team, it's intercepted. Picked up down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And his throw is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he hits him in stride. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
39-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time through the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd and 7, Jackson flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This is the tight end fan, and he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. From the gun, Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Jackson flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy, make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play, a perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
That's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter, and surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Turn, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. This is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Will Parks. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope they get to the perimeter later, and let's face it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? Is that's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, yeah.
Pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
1st down, Washington.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up.
And he can't get a throw out. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brian Burns in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
3rd and 13. Today's final score.
The Rams are on to next week as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.